Mm. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the winter solstice. And this is a special Qigong celebration. And I invite you to take a moment and just assess your space. And I make my fingers really long and I sweep them through my space, right? And I'm assessing and just clearing and creating space for me to be here and to practice. And it helps me make sure I have my candle lit, make sure I have my water close, make sure if I need a place to sit down, I have a place to sit down. If at any time I need some support for balance, I can reach a wall or a chair. And just feel yourself coming here, fully present. And as we're coming here, clearing our space, acknowledging this present moment, it's time to start to think, and not so much thinking with your mind, because this session we're about to experience is about feeling. It's about exploration. It's about sensation. I will teach a few things, I will talk, but this isn't in the realm of your thinking mind. This is in the realm of your energetic body, your open heart, your womb. This connects us to heaven and earth, your humanity and your divinity. And we're here at the solstice. And there's so much movement all around us. And we are intentionally pausing, creating a sanctuary, creating an opportunity for us to flow with life. And the winter solstice is in the yin-yang symbol. It's the deep, dark part of the yin-yang symbol. And we just had this gorgeous full moon. So to me, the symbol that is coming to me right now is that beautiful, full, bright circle, that there is some clarity, there is some brightness, and we're in the deep dark of the unknowing. We're in the pause, we're in the liminal space. We don't have to have all the answers. And so if you have an intention for your practice, there are some of us live today that already spoke their intentions. And those of you that are listening to the recording, the most of you have sent me your intentions. And so I'm going to weave them in. And if you have something else that you're holding right now that you would like to honor and to bring forth in this experience, now is the time. Okay, we're about to begin. So in order to begin, I invite you to bring yourself together, bring your feet together, drop your hands, pull yourself inward, standing up tall, and then humbly bow, emptying your cup, letting it all go, all the things you had to do to get here, letting go of the thinking mind. Literally feel the energy pouring out of the top of your head, down into the floor, down into the earth, so that you can become empty. And when you feel that emptiness, drop into your feet. Feel your feet on the floor. Slightly bend your knees. And slowly, taking as many breaths as you need to, gradually rise up. Uncoil your vertebra, one vertebra at a time. Feeling yourself emerging and arriving here, present. And then roll your shoulders back. Drop your knees, step out with your left foot. And we're going to call in the 7 sacred directions. And so this is the solstice. We're going to go slow, but yet we still have to activate and invigorate our body and our cells. So I invite you to shake, loosen. It's not like you're doing it. Just kind of let your body do it. Allow the energy to flow through. And as I'm facing you, I'm facing the east. But I encourage you, if you feel comfortable, to turn and face the east. As we turn and face the east, taking a nice deep breath, inviting the element of air into our bodies, inviting the freshness, the beginning, the dawn of a new day. Inviting the guardians and guides of the east, the birds, inviting our higher perspective. We say hail and welcome to all our guardians and guides and the elements of air. Thank you for blessing us in this circle and blessing all the women in this circle and letting these blessings radiate outward for all beings. And turning toward the south, let your body change, let your movements change, because now we're activating fire, this passion, this illumination, this motivation, this Shakti, this magnetism. Your sensuality, your sexuality, your fire, your light, what lights you up. And as we turn and face the south and face the fire, we get warmed, we get motivated, we get turned on. So turn yourself on. Hail and welcome, guardians of the fire, guardians of the south. Thank you for your heat and for your flame, for your illumination, and for your ability to burn away gently what we do not need, and letting that ash become fertile for the earth. Thank you, South. And we send all these blessings into the South, into the all beings in the South. And now we're going to turn to the West. Let your movements change again, because now you're interfacing with water. Don't think water, just be water. Let water flow through you in any way. It could be raindrops, it could be rivers and streams, it could be oceans and lakes, it could be tears, it could be blood. Any way that water flows through your life. We are learning to be fluid, to trust and allow, to float on the surfaces, and then to sink deep all the way down into the depths of our being. Hail and welcome the wisdom and nourishment of the water. May you come into every cell of our body, every space in our body, and may we be like water, and may we nourish and bless everything we touch. And we send our prayers to the water, our healing prayers to purify the water. And may the plants drink the water. May the animals drink the water. May the oceans, as they breathe, may the oceans heal and thrive. May this prayer and this blessing bless our bodies and bless the waters and all beings in the West. Turning again, shaking your body, feeling the flow, letting it be different this time, because now we're activating the direction of the north. We're activating the ancestors. Now we're activating the stones. We're activating our bones. We're connecting with the trees. We're connecting with the physical structures of our lives. In the medicine wheel, this is the winter. We are facing the midnight, the winter solstice. We are here now. This is where we are. Feeling your body, standing in this present moment on the floor, connected to the earth. You are here now. And you are a descendant of the ancestors, and you will be an ancestor one day. Oh, hail and welcome to the wisdom, to the structure, to that containment that holds us so we can be fluid inside of it. Hail and welcome. We invite healthy structures. We invite healthy patterns, healthy boundaries. We invite wealth and affluence to come into our lives when it's in alignment with the wisdom of our bodies and the wisdom of the earth and the wisdom of the standing ones. Thank you, guardians and guides of the North. We send this prayer and this blessing to all beings of the North. And turning now back to the center, we're going to open our bodies. And now from here, we're rotating side to side. And as I'm rotating side to side, just think about you. Put your feet on the ground. This motion is really coming from your feet. You might notice that your knees kind of bounce a little bit. And then this energy comes up into your waist, and then it waves out through your arms. And at first, you're just going a little bit side to side. But when you have momentum, you feel yourself wanting to go further, looking behind you. And you can bring your hands gently, soft fists up and pounding your chest, pounding your kidneys and your back, gently activating, purifying, and detoxifying your body. Opening yourself, letting this energy flow through you. You might make any sounds to help you release. And now, start to decide to let your movement slow down. And then what happens is you decide to let your movement slow down. And then you decide that you're not going to give any more energy to this movement, but you're going to allow this movement to flow through you till it comes to completion. You're not feeding it anymore. What else in your life are you not feeding anymore that you're going to allow to just flow through to completion without any more effort on your part? Don't rush for it to slow down. Just enjoy the process of it slowing down. Just enjoy letting it slow all the way down. All the way down. Until you feel just the energy flowing. And what might happen is your body starts to rock back and forth. At least that's what happens in my body. And at first I thought this was me losing my balance. But this isn't me losing my balance. This is connecting to the flow of energy. I'm not moving my body. The energy is flowing through. Opening up to the flow of life. Let's drop deeper now. We're going to come into vertical alignment and stand as the tree of life. So to do this, taking a nice deep breath, and turn your awareness inside your body. And let your awareness drop down from the top of your head, drop down through the center of your body, as if there was a beautiful, smooth river rock falling from the top of your head, floating down through water, down to the center of your body, down all the way into your hips, and let this river rock land in your perineum. And then let your awareness go down even deeper, down through your legs, down through your feet, down through the soles of your feet, and down through the floor, and down through the space between the floor and the earth, and down into the earth. And with your imagination, as if you could breathe through the soles of your feet, taking a nice deep breath, inhaling, and then exhaling and opening up the soles of your feet and letting your roots go down even deeper into the earth, going even deeper and wider. And with your next breath, inhaling, drawing that earth energy up into your feet, and then exhaling and letting your roots go deeper and wider and start to branch out in all directions. And just feel the earth opening up to receive you as your branches, your roots branch out even more and grow even deeper and wider. And as your roots are in the soil, they start to come in contact with the minerals, with the crystals, with the veins of gold and silver and rubies. They come in contact with the roots of your ancestors, of your grandmothers, 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 grandfathers, fathers, fathers, fathers. They start to come in contact with this network, this mycelial activated network that connects the entire planet. You can feel yourself sort of ebbing and flowing in the top of your body, even though your roots are deep and wide. And now they're connecting with the other sisters in this circle. And they're connecting with the other community members and loved ones in your life that are your community and of your lineage. And feeling that connection and feeling blessed and feeling rooted in this place, taking a nice deep breath, and from your roots, all the distal parts of your roots, drawing up this energy up through your roots, drawing it up through your roots, sipping it up like you're sipping up the water from the earth, the nourishment. You're receiving the blessing and the groundedness from the earth, drawing it up through your roots and drawing it up into your feet and drawing it up through your legs and drawing it up through your thighs and drawing it up through your butt and drawing it up through your perineum and up into your hips, and let it pour into your hips, pour into your dantian like water. Your pelvis is becoming a cradle holding this gorgeous water from the earth, this water of remembrance. May you drink deep from her well. And taking a nice deep breath. We'll spend a lot of time in this space, but for now we're going to take a nice deep breath and feel this water in your womb space. And as you draw your breath in and then exhale, let the water pour down your legs, back down into the earth, back down through the roots, back down to all the connections. That you exchange and be in sacred communion, your body with the earth. And then when you're ready, inhaling from the distal parts of your roots, drawing this energy up through your roots, up through your legs, up through your perineum, up through your pelvis, up through your belly, up through your back, up through your heart, and up through your breast, and filling this energy up and letting it pour down your shoulders, down inside your arms, down into your elbows, into your wrists, into your palms, into your fingers, into your fingertips, and beyond. You're activating your tree of life. Now, you may be an evergreen tree, but I see myself as a deciduous tree, and so now I see that I have branches and yet my leaves are not there. Whatever tree you see is totally fine. But let this energy go fully into it as you stand as who you are, branched out in the moment that you're standing in. And letting these branches be turned up toward standing. In my vision, it's naked and bare, standing there in all the nakedness and all the glory, standing there, revealing the bones of my structure, my core. In the winter. And now you can breathe through the palms of your hands and through the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in through the palms, you breathe in through your branches, draw this energy up through your roots and in through your branches, into the center of your body, filling up your vessel even more, up through your throat, up through your head, activating your senses of seeing without eyes, hearing without ears, knowing without a mind, speaking without words, activating, illuminating, filling you up to the top of your head. As the top of your head gently opens, it blooms like a lotus, like your corona. Blooms open as you open your mind to the fullness of you. With one more breath, breathing in from the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, from your branches and roots, drawing this wintertime, dark, solstice, gorgeous energy into your body, up through your entire body, up through the crown of your head, beyond your energetic field, beyond the room that you're in, up past the atmosphere, up to your star seed, up to your origin, to your place in the stars where you feel the most connected to your North Star, where you know you're there when the top of your head gently lifts and connects in, where your fingertips are gently pulled outward and your roots are anchored deep into the earth, where you are lifted, expanded, and rooted and centered all at the same time. This is standing in your power and standing in vertical alignment. The winter solstice in the dark. From this place, we're going to practice Qigong. And so from here, I invite you to reach up. I'm going to go ahead and reach up to the sky. And I can imagine that gorgeous full moon that we just had. So we're standing as naked trees, totally fine in that. And in the winter, and reaching up to that gorgeous, we're connected to our star, but we see that gorgeous moon, and let that moonlight come down and invite that moonlight down to your energetic field, down through your branches, and down through the center of your body. And drawing that light down through past your heart, down into your dantian, and seeing that moonlight glistening on the surface of the lake in your dantian, and feeling that moonlight now go down through your legs, down through your feet, down into your roots, and down into the connections, into your ancestry, into the roots of the other sisters here in the circle. Taking one more nice breath, letting that energy come through so you feel, you can feel that in your own way, in silence. And once that energy has passed through to your roots, go ahead and scoop up some earth energy. Scoop it up, cross your arms, spine wave up, and open your fingers. And as you open your fingers, you're peeling away the veils, and removing anything that appears to be between you and your wisdom, you and your knowing, you and your ability to receive love. Letting your hands float down. Scooping one more time, crossing your arms, spine waving up, turning to the left. And we're creating healthy boundaries, we're creating containment, and we're feeling protected and loved in front of us and behind us. Bringing your hands back to the center. Scooping one more time, spine waving up. Taking your time to let your spine elongate, and then opening and peeling the veils as you turn to the right. And as you're opening and clearing away all the obstacles in front of you and behind you, above you and below you, creating a sacred space, a magic bubble, no trouble. And within this space, you are free to express yourself and be yourself. And so one more breath, just opening. And let's do one more. Now we've created our container. We've called in the directions. We stand in our power. We're connected to ourselves and to each other. I invite you to just move a little bit, let that integrate, because we're about to go deeper into our bodies. If you need a sip, now's the time. Okay, so gently move your body. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our pelvis. And so I invite you to bring one hand to the front of your pelvis and the other hand to the back of your pelvis, just so you can bring your awareness fully here. And we're going to do hip circles, right? There's two movements here. One is a very small articulated movement that you're just moving your pelvis. And then from there, you're going to spiral outward and use your whole body. And then I'm going to guide you through a practice. So first, we're going to practice the physical movement. So Your tongue is on the roof of your mouth. You're still rooted. The top of your head is lifted. Your eyes are closed, or at least they're slightly closed. There's a soft smile on your face. Your heart is open. Your mind is dropped down into your dantian. For those of you that don't know what your dantian for today, we're going to call it your womb space. But your dantian is your elixir field. It's a place in the center of your body in which you create and grow and cultivate qi and manifest. So from here, you're going to take a nice deep breath. And as you inhale, you're going to gently tilt your pelvis back. And then with that same inhale to the right. And then as you exhale to the front, to the left, inhale back. Exhale to the front, inhale back. Exhale to the front, inhale back. Now we're going to make these movements so soft. Bring your mind inside your body, inside your pelvis, with your breath, into the deepest, most yin, possible yin space of our being, as we're standing in the most yin time of the year. Listening to your pelvis, to your body, smoothing it out. And I'd like to invite you to drop in, because we're at this place where we're going to remember some of last year and look forward to next year, knowing we don't have to have the answers. We're just going to be curious. And we have lots of teachers and lots of ways to access information. And your body is an oracle. And your menstrual cycle is a teacher and a companion. So as you inhale and you go back, I invite you to remember, even if you're cycling or not right now, if you are cycling, I want you to remember your actual blood time. And if you're not cycling, I would like you to remember your energetic blood time, moon time, and sense and feel what your menstruation is like, what your blood had to say, what was happening in your body this last year. How did your blood look? How did you feel when you were releasing what you were holding in your body? What wisdom and gifts? What was your blood? What was your menstruation? What was it asking for? What did it need? What did she want you to know? And now making your movements a little bigger, spiraling outward, starting to incorporate more of your body, staying with your menstruation, your menstrual cycle goes from bleeding, right? So now we're spiraling on your menstrual cycle and we're going toward your ovulation. So feel yourself in your body getting bigger, more expansive, feeling that blood time has passed. You've now coming into a time when you feel fertile, a time when you feel like you're ovulating, a time when you feel potentially excited and you have a rise in your libido. You feel that slick, juicy, kind of moist, feminine, sexy feeling in your body and that pulsation in your body. And as you're cycling and spiraling your hips, I want you to remember this past year, a time that you felt pleasure, that you either shared pleasure with someone or with the goddess or with yourself, a time that you felt activated and touched and you felt the sensation of orgasmic energy pulsating through your body. Remember a time last year. What gifts were in that energy, in that moment? What does she want you to know? Feeling that orgasmic energy in your body right now, tapping back into it, feeling your heartbeat change, your yoni change, feeling how big you move, tapping back in to that ecstasy. Beautiful. And now letting that experience and those experiences and those memories, let those saturate and permeate into your body, into your energetic field. And as you do that, start to let your spirals become softer and smaller, softer and smaller, and so that you're spiraling back home. You're not forgetting, you're just making your movement smaller. And now you're back to your original movement, just in your pelvis. And you're letting that orgasmic energy spiral through your body. And now you're making your energy and letting it go wherever it needs to go, and making your circles get even smaller and smaller, so that your pelvis is now not even moving, but you can feel that spiraling energy, that Shakti pleasure through your body. And enjoy that for a moment. And we send that gorgeous energy to ourselves, and we send that energy outward in all directions, to all beings. It's a blessing. May they know pleasure, bliss, and ecstasy. Beautiful. Taking a nice deep breath. Now we have to go the other way. So, same movement, different direction. Inhaling, tilt your pelvis back to the left. Exhaling to the front, to the right. Inhaling back to the left. Exhaling to the front and right. Inhaling. So now you've gone through your cycle, you've menstruated, and you've had an orgasm. And so now you are conceiving and gestating. So bring your mind back into your pelvis, back into your dantian, back into your womb. What did you conceive last year? What have you been gestating? What's been growing inside of you? Taking your time, soft, fluid movements. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in the remembrance of what you've been carrying in your body as you've been conceiving. What's been growing inside of you? What have you been nourishing and tending to? What have you been cultivating? Now starting to spiral outward, letting your movements get bigger. Letting your movements grow because it's time for you now to birth. It's time for you to let whatever's been growing through you to be born, to bring into the world. What have you brought into the world? What changes? What can you celebrate? In some ways would say, what have you done? And I would say, what have you birthed into being? What did you express into fullness? What did you manifest and bring from the void into your body and then back out into the world? Let these images and symbols come to you as you spiral your hips. Open your body. And what is still being birthed now? Spiraling, honoring yourself, paying homage and respect and tribute to the cycles of life that you have been carrying and manifesting, and start to let your spirals become smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So now you're just doing your pelvic circles. Just doing your pelvic circles. So small, so meticulous that your body's hardly moving, and yet inside of you, you sense and feel the current of life, the current of love flowing through you. And letting that appreciation for all that you have birthed, all that you have tended to and cared for, letting that appreciation, directing that toward you, and then directing that outward for all beings. Beautiful. And now, bringing both hands to the front of your body. I want this energy to assimilate, because it's the pause in between that's so powerful. And yet, we're here with such a short time. So I invite you after this practice to really allow time for this to incubate and emerge. We're going to transition. If you need to move your feet, because I want you to move your feet. You're doing a lot with your feet, and a big part of what you're doing is that you're grounding into the earth. You are becoming stable. You're being rooted in your power so that you don't feel so powerless, right? You are connecting into your most sacred, powerful inner realms of your being in very vulnerable places. You have stood naked. None of this is powerless. This is all powerful and feminine and magic and alchemical. And it's the pause in between that we're in our calendar, and it's where we are in this practice. So I want you to take a nice deep breath, and let's just take a deep breath and send that energy in from the top of our heads back down through our bodies, back down through your wombs, back down through your legs, back down through your feet, back down into the earth and into the roots. And let that experience, let your blood, let your ecstasy, let your cultivation, and let your birth go down into your roots. And then let some of that go out into your branches, and let some of that come out through the top of your head so that you are permeated with this power. Okay, we're about to go into the next phase now, the spine wave. So in your body, you have your dantian, which is a chi ball. And then in your hands, you have a chi ball. And so in this moment, we're going to practice what's called the spine wave. And those that practice with me know that this is a daily practice. This is something you can do every day. Okay, so I'm going to turn slightly so you can see my body. This is a very simple movement. And at first, we're going to do the mechanics, and then I'm going to lead you through a journey. So mechanically, what's happening is as my pelvis comes forward, my hands come down. As I inhale, I tilt my pelvis back. My hands come up. As I exhale, my hands come down. My pelvis comes forward. Inhale, hands come up and back. Exhale, pelvis forward, hands forward. Inhale, pelvis back, hands up. Exhale, pelvis forward, hands down. So this is the mechanics of it. I'm rooted in my power. Top of my head. If your eyes are open, which they probably are because you're watching me for the first, if this is your first time, your eyes are on the horizon. They're not, your neck isn't moving that much, because if your neck moves that much, you'll get dizzy. Keep your eye on the horizon, right? That's a really important aspect in all my teachings. Your eyes are on the horizon line. Let's let this grow a little bit bigger before I lead you into the journey. Now make your circle a little bit bigger, up through your heart and out through your hands. Feeling this origin coming from the earth, through your feet, through your pelvis, through your hips, through your spine, through your arms, out to your fingertips. You are flowing, letting the currency of life, letting love flow through you, life force energy flow through you. Let this get a little bit bigger, up through the top of your head, all the way up through your entire spine to the top of your head. You're incorporating all of yourself now. Beautiful. You're getting it. You're about ready to go on this journey. Okay, this is a journey with your body. This is a journey into your sovereignty. This is a journey that only you have the answers to. And it doesn't have to be logical. Okay. I'm going to face you. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start our journey. And in order to do that, actually, I want to give you a little bit more context. We're going to go look at last year through the filter of our body. We went through the filter of our menstrual cycle. Now we're going to go through the filter of our body. So in order to do that, keeping your motions as you're going, we're going to transition. So as we transition, when your hands naturally drop down, let's go ahead and bring our hands in front of our dantian. This is where we're going to start. We're going to make small circles when we start. And so as we transition, when your hands naturally drop down, turn to the left, just a little bit to the left. And so now all I've done is I've gently turned my torso. I've opened up my spine, the energy pathways in a new way. Right? This helps us release the blockages that we're holding in our life, helps us release the resistances. So here we go. Our hands are down in front of our dantian. Remember, our dantian is our elixir field, the place that we create. So with your fluid, remember your body is an oracle. As you go through this motion, we're going to ask a question of your body. Looking back to 2021, last year, feeling the sensations of your physical body. What did your body tell you? What did your body need? How did you spend time with your body? If your body had a message for you, what would your body say? How it was last year. Receiving her wisdom. And saying thank you. And now making your circles bigger out through your heart. Out through your heart. Your sweet, tender, vulnerable heart that loves so fiercely and so compassionately, and that in maybe some ways has shut herself down. And so in asking your heart, what messages does your heart have for you? Your physical beating heart, your emotional heart. In what way does she need to be tended to? Like last year, what did she experience? What did your heart go through last year? Letting the images just flow to you. Don't linger on one, allowing the heart, what she went through, what she wanted for you. What does she want you to know? Beautiful, giving thanks to your gorgeous, loving heart, tender heart, fierce heart, brave heart. Letting our circles get bigger now, out through the top of our head. We're activating not only our brilliant thinking, rational, capable, chronological mind, we're also activating our intuition and our spirit knowing. What did our intuition teach us last year? What aha moments came through our knowing? You can also connect with other aspects of your top of your head, meaning what did your ears, what did your hearing reveal to you? What did your sight reveal to you? Whatever one pains you is the one. What did your spirit show you last year? Letting this go all the way from the roots, through your legs, through your spine, through your arms, through your fingers, through your eyes, through the top of your head as one big currency of energy flowing through you. Remembering through your body as an oracle. Giving thanks to these memories, these symbols. We're about to transition. And so when we transition, we're going to stay in the same sort of motion. However, when our hands naturally float down, bring your hands to the center. Make a spiral. And now we're about to go into the future, my love. Let's go to the future. So when your hands naturally float down, they come up and you go to the right. Here we are. Now we're facing the right. Down in front of our dantians, down in front of our womb spaces. You know, we have that brilliant full moon, so there is some clarity here. And at the same time, we're in the darkness, so there's so much unknown. And that's perfect, right where we're supposed to be. But let's connect with our body and this flow of life and this currency of love and see, what does our body need? What does our body need this next year? And when I say year, really, you can think of the year, but I have my eye on the horizon. My eye on the horizon is the equinox. Between now and the equinox, what does my body need? What does my flesh, my bones, my muscles, what does my blood need? Letting it come to you. What foods, activities, letting them come to you. Okay, transitioning up through your heart. Up through your heart, from your roots, through your spine, through your heart, through your arms. Your arms are emissaries of your heart. Your fingers are touching the future. As your fingers are touching your future, what does your heart need? What does your heart desire? What is your heart asking for between now and the equinox? These are not goals. These are feelings, senses. Let's go further. Let's go deeper. Let's go fuller now. Your whole body, up into your mind, up into your spirit, up into your intuition. What does your spirit and intuition, where is it leading you? What is it asking you to trust? All the way through every part of your being, fully expressing, trusting your spirit and intuition. And where are you being led? Beautiful. Beautiful. And now, giving thanks for these wisdoms, for these messages, and coming back into to the center, back to the center, back to the center. thanking your body. There's so much wisdom and goodness here. So holding this chi ball in your hand, sense and feel that there is something here. Whether you feel it or not, I ask you to trust me. It is here. But I feel fairly confident you can feel this energy. And so when we're experiencing this energy, open and close your chest and your arms versus just your hands. Open and show, and that will grow and expand fuller. And remember, this energy, while it was here before, you generated this. You pulled this out of thin air. You pulled this out of your body. You received it. You are now circulating it through your body, and now you can sense and feel it. Even though you might not see it, you know that it's there. What else is that in your life? What else can you sense and feel and know it's there even though you can't see it, that you generated out of thin air? Well, that is real. I'm here to tell you that it's real. The impulses that you feel to express in your life are very real, even if you have no evidence for it. So take this energy. And now another key principle of Qigong is to store it. And we are in the winter, and we are standing, connecting with our bones, with our ancestry in the midnight, right? And so take this energy. And normally we do a chi bath, but we're going to do a chi bath. This is different this time. We're going to take this energy and we're going to compress it into the hollow spaces of your bones, right? So it helps to freshen your bone marrow. That's what's going to grow new red blood cells and white blood cells in your immune system. So we're going to take this energy, and I want you to, we're going to just put it on the top of our head, put it in your crown and your cranium, and let it go into your teeth, but now down into your body. And this is where I really feel like in my own self, I start to compress it. So like in your arms, your long bones particularly, see all surfaces, and with your hands, like press it into the inside of your bones. This is going to take your imagination, but like put it into the hollow spaces of your bones, of your wrists and of your fingers. Both press it in to your bones. And really your pelvis is what generates most of your red blood cells. So like if you have your pelvis, the outside and the inside, press it into the bones, the wings of your pelvis, into your pubic bone, the wings of your pelvis, into your sacrum, and into your long bones. Like really take your time and imagine that, if you need an imagination, that gorgeous moonlight and that chi that you were just holding, feel it, and with your breath draw it in like it's a magnet. The center of your bones are a magnet, and it's drawing this chi into the center of your bones. You're activating your skeletal system with chi. And if you can't reach those places, just send energy there, but really, ideally, with your hands, press it in. And we could really linger here for a lot longer. But we have to start to wrap up this session. And so the rest of the energy, go ahead and rub it on like a chi bath. Rub it in like an emollient. Give yourself a face massage. And honor your breast, your womb space, your ovaries, your kidneys, all yourself. Your entire body. So this can help you relax, help you relieve tension, help you stand in your power, help you trust your body, help you listen. Mm. We're going to have to start to wrap up this session. And before we bow out, I do want to invite you to a few things. One is to join us if you enjoyed this practice. We practice like this every week. The thoughts or the words are slightly different, but this feeling that you're feeling is what we do. This is how I teach Qigong. And I'm gonna start to have an evening class. And so if that works better for you. The other thing I'd like to invite you to is in January is a temple space, a sacred space where we'll practice a Qigong session. It's free. It'll be for 2 hours. We're going to stand in our power, our feminine power, and we're going to really call forth the strongest parts and wisest parts of ourselves. And so that we can know the difference, the distinctions between when we make decisions with our thinking mind, and how that feels, and then how it feels when we make decisions with our body, and then how it feels when we make decisions connected to all of creation. And each one of those are very distinct sensations in your body, and those are skills to learn. And right now we have so many things fighting for our time and our attention. And so for us to be able to stand in our truth and our discernment and trust our intuition fully and be skilled in that, not just blind leap of faith, but with eyes wide open courage. And then we'll do Qigong practices to really help bring awareness and clarity and precision to our thoughts. So that's on January 6th, and I'll send an invitation to that. And then that is an opening to a longer journey that leads us to the equinox. So wherever you're going toward the equinox, I'm going with my whole body, and I invite you to come with me. And so I want to thank each one of you for being here today. And I would like us to bow out, okay? And so we do this very officially, my loves. So bringing your feet together. And your right hand makes a fist. Your right hand makes a fist. This is yang. You are skilled. You are strong. You have healthy boundaries. You are a force of nature and clear and precise, right? Boom. Your left hand is the yin. It's the moon that covers the sun. You are soft. You are loving. You are yielding. You are empathetic. You are compassionate, receptive. And you bring this to your heart. Your heart can hold the paradox. You live from your heart. And so from here, we bow forward and put your hands into the center of the circle. And as we bow forward, we're bowing to each other. As we bow forward, we're releasing all the directions and the elements and all the guardians and guides that held us. As we bow forward, we honor everyone's intentions that they place so lovingly in this circle. And as we bow forward, we send those prayers out to all beings. And we bow to our teachers, teachers, and the teacher within. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath and inhale that back into your body, back into your heart. And then step out and take your place in the circle. The world needs you to fully be here, standing in your radiance and power. Welcome. Thank you. Happy solstice.